Hi. So there's a lady who I was talking to today, and this was just so weird. I just had to post about it. So she was talking about, so she met somebody online, and they started communicating, and they talked a few times on the phone, and then the guy told her that he has sent her some gifts and that she should be receiving them shortly. Now, she receives a phone call from the airport tells her that, yeah, you have to pay customs for this, and then they give her the number where to pay the money. And so uh, she pays the money, and then they tell her that no, then there was an issue with oh, okay, we have received the money for the taxes, but the person had not paid the full amount, so um, you need to top up something. So, okay, then she calls the guy and tells the guy that, well, it looks like you did not pay everything, and so I don't know what to do. Then the guy tells her that, no, in fact, I did pay, but the currency difference, the conversion rate makes it that by the time they received it, it was wrong. I don't know how that made sense to her, but it did. So then she says, okay. So she goes ahead and pays that. And then they tell her where to go pick her stuff. She gets there and there's no such thing. And yeah, so then she tried calling this person and the number is blocked and now she cannot get a hold of the person. And so she was out about 40,000 shillings, which to me, I was like, you are so lucky that it did not get worse than that because I've actually heard of people who ended up losing so much more than that. I'm telling you, people get so conned by this online games, online love scams that it's just ridiculous. Someone else told me a story about a woman who the guy said that, oh, I am on my way to Kenya to see you. Then the guy sends a message and tells her that he's been detained by the immigration and they need this much money in bribe before they can let him go. And then she sends the money, and then I was like, how do you even you have been detained by immigration, but you have the money to and oh. And coincidentally, the guy had forgotten to tell her, so she was not even at the airport where she could at least verify this story. And by the time she had borrowed money left, right, and center from people, then finally it was one of her friends called and told her that, listen, I don't think this is right, let's call somebody I know in immigration and then we will find out. And then they found out that this thing did not even exist, the person did not even exist, there was no such flight, nothing. I think part of the reason why these kinds of games happen is because most of these people feel so ashamed to admit that they're dating online that when something goes wrong, you do not want to say, you do not want to even ask your friends questions about working online and telling them that, listen, I'm dating this guy online and he's asking this, do you think it's normal? So because you do not want to your friends to know that you're dating online, you have all this secrecy that you needed not to have. There is nothing wrong with online dating. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Everybody meets somebody somehow. And if you're going to meet your man by online, or your man or your woman by online dating, then go ahead and people like real life people have met through online dating and have ended up having amazing marriages. Then there are people who met face to face without ever going online and ended up with horrible marriages. So if something is going to work, it's going to work. It doesn't matter where you meet. And then the other thing is people take it that online dating is only for people who want to do interracial dating. You can go online and meet a fellow African who is living in another country or even who is just living near you, but you've never met. You would be surprised who is in online dating. I was talking to a friend actually about matchmaking, and I think we were saying that we think it's something that needs to come back because people don't seem to feel like they have the time. Of course, there's still matchmaking, but there's matchmaking for very expensive, rich matchmaking people. But I was just thinking that this is something that we really underestimate how the good value for it would have been. That the fact that sometimes you do not you don't see the qualities because you've not looked for them, and somebody might not be showing you those qualities because they're afraid of if they're getting hurt, or so it's just sometimes you need an in between so that people can just be themselves, and I think this is something worth exploring. Anyway, so that's it for this extremely short video. I just wanted to have this conversation about matchmaking, about people, a few more um, examples of how people get conned by this online love scams, and well, there we go.